What's up, guys? Cat Daddy Crypto here. You know what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date with news around Kaspa and Kaspa's ecosystem as a whole, as well as the rest of the crypto market. Subscribe and like this video. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to talk about everybody's favorite topic in the crypto space, and that is price predictions. So, I've seen a lot of price predictions out there. I've given you guys essentially my range of price predictions, right? But I was thinking about it the other day, and I kind of want to hone in and get a really good mathematical and fundamental backing to, support what I'm actually thinking, okay? And before I started this, I was thinking it might line up with what I'm thinking, and it might not, but I want to go ahead and do this anyways and see if I'm in the right ballpark, okay? Now, I'm going to try and make this as fast as I can, but there's a lot of, data and info that we're going to get through, and so this video might be a touch longer than my typical videos, but I promise you it's going to be worth it, and I've never seen anybody calculate a price prediction quite like this before, and in my opinion, this is a very solid way of doing things that could potentially get us, directly in the ballpark of what you can expect from a Kaspa price prediction this cycle. I know there's 50 different ways you can predict, right, a price of a cryptocurrency in the future. And I understand that. So don't come at me in the comments with, what about this, what about this, what about this, okay? I understand that there's multiple ways of doing this, but in this video, we're picking one certain way, which you'll see in a minute, and we're just going to use that information, and we are going to figure out ballpark ranges and averages of what we can expect potentially this cycle at the top for Kaspa. So first things first, I had a conversation with Grok. So I asked Grok. I'm not going to pull up the questions and everything on the screen because it was a hell of a lot of just words. Okay, I'm going to put some images on the screen as we go along in more condensed scenarios, so it's easier to swallow, easier to digest. Now, I asked Grok, what was the total crypto market cap in previous cycles, in 2013, in 2017 top, and in 2021 at the top? What was the peak total crypto market cap at that time? And this is what we came up with, okay? So the total crypto market cap in 2013 at its peak was roughly 15.7 billion. In 2017, the total crypto market cap was 28.8 billion. And in 2021, it was 3 trillion, as a lot of you guys remember that, the 3 trillion mark. Okay? Now, what we're going to do from here is I then asked Grok to tell me what the average market cap was of the top 10 coins, the top 20 coins, the top 30 coins, and then the top 40 coins. So 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, and 31 through 40. Okay, we're going to get an average market cap of the coins that made up those sets in every cycle at market peak. Okay, you guys still with me? Okay, good. This is going to exclude Bitcoin, and it's going to exclude Ethereum other than 2013. The market cap was so small in 2013, I think Ethereum was number 3 or 4 on CoinMarketCap, and it's not going to affect what we're doing here. But Ethereum grew so much faster. Obviously, Bitcoin grew a lot faster. So we're going to exclude Bitcoin, and we're going to exclude Ethereum after 2013. And you guys remember in 2013, there was only 14 coins total in the crypto market, which is crazy to think about. But there's only 14 coins. So once we move into coins 11 to 20 and further down the list, right, from 11 to 40 basically on CoinMarketCap, we're going to exclude the 2013 cycle peak because there wasn't enough coins to even make up those spots at that time. So let's take a look at what the average of the top 10 by market cap in 2013, 2017, and 2021. And we have in 2013 it was $104 million, 2017 $24 billion, and in 2021 $63 billion. And remember, this is the average of that range, okay? So some coins were a little higher in market cap, some were a little lower in market cap. This is taking the average of those 10 coin slots, right? So 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and 31 to 40. Right here, we're looking at the top 10. Number 1 through 10, remember, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is the market caps that we have, okay? Now, if we look at the average market caps, remember we're excluding 2013 in this set because there wasn't enough coins in existence at the time in order to keep going down the list with them. So the average market caps from number 11 to 20 on CoinMarketCap in 2017 was 3.1 billion in 2017, and then in 2021 it was 17 billion. Next, we have the average market caps of coins 20 to 30. In 2017, it was 986 million, 7.3 billion, and the average market cap in the range of 31 to 40 in 2017 was 389 million, and in 2021 it was 3.75 billion. I wrote million there. That's supposed to be a billion on the bottom there. 3.75 billion. Okay? So now that we've gotten all the historical averages, right, out of the way, I then asked Grok to use this data with diminishing returns, right, to give me what the top 10, 20, 30, and 40 averages in market cap are going to look like in this current cycle if the total crypto market cap is $10 trillion. Okay? Now we're guessing that we get to $10 trillion. And that's the caveat here. We could go to 8 trillion, we could go under that, we could even go above 10 trillion. I have no idea what's going to happen. Chances are we probably fall between 8 and 10 trillion this cycle. But if the total crypto market cap by the end of this cycle peaks at $10 trillion, then this is what the average of the top 10 coins are going to look like. The top 10 in market cap is going to average at $133 billion in market cap, okay? So remember, that's an average of the top 10. So some of them will be a little higher, some of them will be a little lower, some of them might be right on 133 billion. But we're taking the average. Number 11 to 20 on CoinMarketCap is roughly going to sit an average of $38 billion in market cap. 21 to 30 is 15 billion in market cap, and 31 to 40 is going to be 7.6 billion in market cap. Okay? So now, based on all that information, what is Kaspa's price at all of these averages, right? So we want to look and see if Kaspa ends up being a top 10 cryptocurrency this cycle, and the average for market cap in the top 10 this cycle, providing that the total crypto market cap hits $10 trillion in market cap, then Kaspa's market cap could roughly be $133 billion. Okay? If it falls in the 11 to 20 range on CoinMarketCap, we're looking at $38 billion in market cap on average. So it could be a little higher, could be a little lower, right? 21 to 30, 15 billion market cap, and if it falls in the 31 to 40 range on CoinMarketCap, then a 7.6 billion market cap would be the average of what we get there, okay? And so let's take a look. Kaspa's price at the average market cap in all of those levels, right? So if it falls in the top 10 at 133 billion market cap, we're going to get a $5 Kaspa. If it falls in the 11 to 20 range at a $38 billion market cap, we're going to have a $1.44 Kaspa. If it falls in the 21 to 30 range on CoinMarketCap, $15 billion market cap, we'll see a 58 cent Kaspa on average at the peak of the cycle. And then a 31 to 40 range at a $7.6 billion market cap, we'll see a 28-cent Kaspa, okay, on average. Could be a little higher, could be a little lower in that range, on all those ranges. So, obviously, those bottom two levels don't look all that great, right, when it comes to market cycle peak, top price this cycle. But that is only if we don't get above the top 20 this cycle. Now, what if Kaspa does not move in ranking on CoinMarketCap and it sits at number 48, which we're sitting at right now at the time of filming this video? What will Kaspa's price be at number 48 on CoinMarketCap average if we hit a $10 trillion market cap for all of crypto and Kaspa stays at 48 rank on CoinMarketCap? This is what we're going to see. 16.5 cents would be roughly the top of the cycle peak for Kaspa. And obviously, I think we all expect Kaspa to move up the ranks, right, on CoinMarketCap at some point during this cycle. So I don't necessarily expect to stay at 48 or below, for that matter. I expect a rise in the rankings on CoinMarketCap. But nobody can guarantee that. So at bare bones bottom, I think we might see a 16.5 cent Kaspa. Okay, I don't think that's base case at all. But I think, based on this here, as well as my prediction from $1 to $3, we're expecting Kaspa probably to get to the upper end of the 11 to 20 on CoinMarketCap. Okay, so it'll be potentially just outside of the top 10 or just inside of the top 10 in order to, potentially hit that $3 mark. It could technically sit at the bottom end of the 11 to 20 range, or maybe even the top end of the 21 to 30 range and still get, pretty close to that $1 mark. So there's not a whole lot of movement, right, that we need to see in theory in order for it to potentially hit $1. Now, if we want it to get above that, then it's going to have to will its way up at least into the high end of, the top 20, in my opinion. Now, this doesn't account for Tier 1 exchange listings. This doesn't account for smart contracts, right? That's all added stuff that can potentially help propel the price higher, okay? This is just taking historical data and projecting it out into this cycle, okay? That's it. There's no variables and there's no surprises along the way in this prediction right here that were taken into account. And so it's just raw data and raw math based on previous cycles and based on what we think the overall total market cap of crypto in general is going to be sitting at by the end of the cycle. And so we have to take all of this with a grain of salt, and remember these are just averages based on where Kaspa ends up potentially on CoinMarketCap rankings based on previous years and based on the total market cap hitting $10 trillion, okay? But I think that there is a very logical and mathematical way and data-driven way behind these, price predictions right here that you see on the screen, that multiple different levels of what we might be able to expect on average, okay? And so it kind of gives you an idea of what we might expect on a low end of 28 cents to a high end of $5. And me personally, especially if we get Tier 1 exchange listings, we already know smart contracts are going to come out, but if they're successful and they bring in more adoption, right off the bat, then I think we get to the mid to high end, of these price predictions right here. But obviously we're just guessing. Nobody actually knows what's going to happen when it's all said and done. But I wanted to be realistic. I wanted to be data-driven here, and I wanted to be mathematically sound based on history and what we can expect, market caps wise this cycle for all of the top 40 coins and then try and predict, basically, where Kaspa is going to fall in that mix. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on, what you think about this strategy of predicting the price, as well as where you think Kaspa is going to fall in this range of 28 cents to $5. And let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. Make sure you pack your damn bags before it's too late. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Okay, hold up, before you go. You might be wondering where KDK stores his Kaspa, and the answer is Tangem. The reason why I use Tangem Wallet is for the ease of use, the robust security, the trust and reliability, and the affordability. It supports just about every single crypto in the space, and I sleep well at night knowing that my crypto is safe, and you will too. Get yourself a Tangem wallet today. Use code CATDADDY at checkout for 10% off of your purchase. Link in the description below. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.